Let me tell you what's happening right now in the expert business world. Half of the market is terrified of AI. They think that ChatGPT is going to replace them. They're watching their clients compare their $15,000 custom proposals to what an AI tool can generate for them in $20 a month, and they're panicking. The other half is going all in on AI. They're automating everything: AI generated proposals, AI written emails, AI run discovery calls, and as a result, their premium boutique business is starting to feel like a cheap chatbot with a LinkedIn profile. Both groups are getting it completely wrong. AI doesn't replace the human touch, and it shouldn't. The human touch is what closes a $25,000 deal. The human touch is what builds trust. And the human touch is what turns a client into a referral source. But AI can and absolutely should handle everything that isn't the human touch: the research, the follow ups, the scheduling, the data analysis, the first drafts, the crushing administrative weight that keeps you tied to your laptop at 10 p.m. instead of being present with your family. Today, I want you to think of this episode as a private advisory session, just you and me in the room. And I'm going to show you exactly how I use AI in my business, how my clients use AI in theirs, and how you can build an AI layer into your operations without losing the exact thing that makes you irreplaceable. Let's get to work. I'm Luis Baez. I've spent over 15 years in revenue enablement and sales leadership, and I was recruited to work at major tech companies like LinkedIn and Google and Uber and Tesla, where I contributed over 600 million in revenue impact. I also currently sit on an AI technology startup advisory board. Now, I work with management consultants, fractional executives, and boutique agency founders, and I focus on helping them replace the exhaustion of the hustle with systems that give them oxygen so they can finally scale their business. And what I'm about to share is the exact AI infrastructure that we install inside the booked, busy, paid accelerator. My clients don't hire me because of AI. They hire me because of the human expertise that AI can't replace. AI is the backstage crew, and then you're the one on stage. That's the system. If we were auditing your business right now, I'd probably see you doing one of two things. You're either completely avoiding AI because it feels overwhelming, which means you're manually doing hours of administrative grunt work every week, or you're trying to use AI to write your thought leadership and talk to your clients, which means you're outsourcing your actual genius. You, my friend, have got to separate the art from the administration. Freedom doesn't come from automation, it comes from systems that make your genius reusable. So grab a pen, activate that note taker, because I'm about to get in. Let me walk you through the three layers of AI architecture. The first layer is using AI for research and intelligence. This is the layer with the highest ROI and the absolute lowest risk. You're using AI to gather information faster, not to make decisions for you. If you caught my episode on the demand signal method, then you already know how to use AI to research demand in your market, competitor pricing, and buyer psychology. That entire process used to take weeks of manual research, and now it takes about 10 minutes. But it goes far beyond research, far beyond market understanding. You can use AI to prepare for every single client conversation. Before a discovery call, feed your AI the prospect's LinkedIn profile, their company website, and their recent content. Ask it to identify likely pain points, potential objections, and even personalized talking points for to help you with the call, right? And I do this before every alignment call. It takes me about 5 minutes, and I walk into that conversation each and every time knowing more about their world than they expect. It's not creepy, it's preparation, and it builds instant credibility. The principle here is really simple. AI does the grunt work of gathering, you do the strategic work of interpreting. Never outsource the thinking. only outsource the collecting. The second layer is using AI for operations and outreach. So, this is the layer that gives you your weekends back. In my business, AI handles outbound prospecting. I have an AI SDR, or a sales development representative, that identifies prospects, writes personalized outreach messages based on the human interrupt method, and then manages follow up sequences and routes all warm replies directly to my calendar. Is every initial message perfect? No, but it's 80% of the way there. And the 20% that matters, the actual human conversation when someone replies, that's me, human to human, every single time. Beyond outreach, AI can manage your CRM updates. It can draft your email sequences. It can generate your social media content outlines. It can summarize your discovery calls and pull out exact data points that you need to make your proposals. I had a client named David, a management consultant, who told me that AI cut his administrative time from 15 hours a week down to 3. That's 12 hours a week that he now spends on billable client work or on actually growing his business. Over a year, that's 600 hours reclaimed. At his rate of 250 an hour, that's $150,000 in recovered capacity. Automate the repeatable, humanize the unrepeatable. If a task doesn't require your judgment, your creativity, or your empathy, it should be automated. And the third layer is AI for delivery and client experience. This is the most sensitive layer. It's where most people either go too far or don't go far enough. And here's where AI can help with your delivery: creating first drafts of strategic documents that you then customize and refine, generating templates and frameworks for you that personalize for each engagement, analyzing massive amounts of client data to surface trends that you might have missed, right? And here's where AI should never replace you: the coaching conversations, the strategic thinking, the empathetic listening, the judgment calls, right? Those moments where a client needs someone to look them in the eye and say, I hear you, let's figure this out together. I build AI knowledge bases for every client that I work with inside the Book Busy Paid Accelerator. It's a structured document that contains their business context, their extracted method, ICP, offer architecture, and all of their messaging. And it lives inside an AI tool so that they can query it anytime. What should I say when the prospect pushes back on this or pushes back on pricing, right? The tool is there to answer because we built that knowledge base together, right? So there's confidence in the integrity of that information. And that's not replacing the advisor. That's just extending the advisory support between sessions. The AI handles the what did Luis say about this moment, so that when we're actually together on a call, we can focus on the deeper, more strategic, more human work. And so AI can extend your expertise. It's not about replacing your presence. It's about using it to scale what you know and not fake what you don't. Let me address the elephant in the room. AI is going to change this industry, but not the way that most people fear. Generic consulting is being commoditized. If your only value is providing information that anyone can look up, AI will eat your lunch. Because AI can deliver information faster and cheaper and more comprehensively than you ever could, right? But specialized consulting, strategic thinking, frameworks that are custom built for a specific client context, empathetic coaching that transforms a founder's identity and confidence, AI can't touch that. Not now and not anytime soon. So the question isn't, will AI replace me? The question is, am I positioned as someone who delivers information or someone who delivers transformation? The experts who thrive in this era are the ones who use AI for the 80% that's repeatable and show up radically human for the 20% that's irreplaceable. That's the balance. That's the architecture. If you're ready to build an AI layer into your operations the right way with strategy instead of just shiny tools, then we need to have an alignment call. It's a conversation, not a pitch, just you and me looking at your current bottlenecks, finding the manual tasks that are draining your capacity, and helping you decide if the booked, busy, paid accelerator makes sense for you. Go to bookedbusypaid.com and book a time directly on my calendar. This is Unhustling, where we build slower, breathe deeper, and still get it all done on our own terms. I'm Luis Baez, and I'm in your corner.